Oh my god, let's try something.
See what happened on TV last night?
I always watch.
Oh my god.
It's so fun. It was so good.
I watched that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hi guys! Welcome to episode 8 of Dancing with the Stars. I cannot believe that it's already here. It was Queen Night. It's gone by so fast. Oh my god, and it always does. I guess technically it's only been 7 weeks because they had that double episode. Yeah. But still, week 8? Right? Yeah. No, dance episode 8, week 7. Yeah, exactly. It's episode 8, but week 7 in the grand spectrum of like how many weeks that it's been playing. Right. Yeah. But it's wild because they're doing 2 dances this week for the first time ever, and I'm like, that's kind of sort of a lie because they technically had Disney night and then Villains night back to back, so they had to learn 2 different dances back to back. But I digress. I thought it was a pretty good episode. Yeah. I mean, Horror Night was so good. So my expectations and before were that, so Grease high. Was so good. Right. And I was like, oh my gosh. But really, I mean, in all seriousness, this season has been so phenomenal. Yeah. When it comes to, like, the people and the dancing. Right. And, I mean, I guess we get to make fun of Tyra, so it is what it is. Like, at this point. But, she was rough. She was stumbling over her words. She was saying crazy things. Yeah. Somebody was sabotaging her. Somebody was straight up sabotaging her. I swear to God. They had to have been because, like, there was one section where, like, the mics just weren't on. Like, I feel like the control room was just like, nobody wants to listen to Tyra. Beep. And she's just talking into the camera. Like, you can't hear what she's saying. Yeah. And I don't know what happened, but Jesus, like, somebody's getting fired. I mean, I thought it was hilarious. I mean, I thought it was hilarious, too, but, like, it's not professional. It's not good for the show. Exactly. Like, it didn't look good that she was talking with no audio for so long. It just felt like there was a lot of errors on the mechanical side of things. Yeah. During the night. I agreed. So, and I don't know if it was, like, on purpose to, like we said, like, sabotage Tyra, because it was really only happening when Tyra was speaking. Right. Or if it just truly was an honest mistake. But whatever the case may be, it was Queen Night. It rocked us, I feel like. Yeah, it was super fun. There was surprises. There was, all kinds of stuff. So we have to start off with these beginning packages. They're so fun. I loved how everybody was in the car. They were singing Bohemian Rhapsody. Who's doing this? Who does these packages in the beginning? Because I think they're brilliant and they're so fun to watch. I can even get behind Tyra answering the phone call and, like, being a part of the package. Like, I don't mind that. Yeah. It's when she does the whole, like Steve, I think you said this last night. It's like, if Tyra's gonna walk down the stage, why can't we have the judges walk with her? I know. Like, they can all sort of do their fun little runway, whatever the case may be. Because it has to be the Tyra show. Every single time she interrupted a contestant when they were speaking, which is a lot, she would bring it back to her. Mm-hmm. I blah, 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 blah. I blah, blah, blah. Like, somebody said, I can't remember whose dance it was, but they were like, it looked like you were walking down. Oh, I think it was JoJo's dance. Voguing, like walking down the runway, doing this tango or whatever they were doing. And, like, they were like, it looked so fun. Like, it looked like you were walking the runway. She's like, yeah, I know that. Like, I walk down the runway all the time. Like, I know the feeling. And, like, she just kept on interrupting while the judges were speaking about how she used to walk down the runway. Yeah. We fucking get it. We know, Tyra. We know. But she consistently asks the contestants questions and then interrupts them. I know. It's so disgusting. And it's just, it's not okay. And then some of the things she was saying, she said something about Olivia Jade's butt. Did she say something about... Yeah, she said... No. That was Bruno. Bruno said something about, like, because she danced to Fat Bottom Girls. Yeah. And he was like, he said something about, like, you don't have a fat bottom, but all the Fat Bottom Girls would appreciate, or, like, he said, maybe it was Tyra. I don't know. There was multiple times where Tyra said something. Well, first of all, Tyra straight up was like, Suny shit in her pants. Yes. And like, Sasha was like, she ran off stage to throw up. And I'm like, good save.
And
good save.
Tyra's just on national television just being like, Suny's stomach is hurting. She's going to go take care of that. Because we all know what's happening. She's shitting herself. Like, that's literally what, like, her...
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It was so embarrassing for everybody.
I felt so bad for Suny. And you know I'm not even, like...
a Suny fan.
I'm not even a Suny fan, but, like, poor Suny.
I know.
To get told that you're shitting yourself on national television. Like, fuck you, Tyra.
And even if she really was only throwing up, the way Tyra said it implied that she was shitting herself.
Yeah, she was like, she's having stomach issues, so she's going to the bathroom right now to take care of
her
it.
Tummy issues. I'm like, what world are we living in? She is so... Oh my God. There's just no fucking words. There's no fucking words.
I wish I would have written down, because there was a lot of cringe. There's always cringe moments, but there was a lot of cringe moments with her
last night. A lot.
And you could tell she was, like, frustrated, and she's like, oh, fuck, like I said the wrong thing, and that's, I don't know. Oh, and then they played the wrong package at one point.
Oh, my God. It was all over the place last night. Like,
and, well, that's what I'm saying is with issues, but see, the thing that sucks, too, is, like, if it was Tom, he would have been like, hey guys, we had an error. We accidentally played the wrong package, but we're playing this package for you right now, and we're going to continue on with the show. But then Tyra had to be like, they messed up. It has nothing to do with me. They messed up. Like, she gets so, like, it wasn't my fault. Like, somebody else messed up. And I don't know, it's just so, like...
Well, at the end of the day, you're a producer of the show, and the producer sort of is the end-all to be-all of any show. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, it is your fault, because if this keeps happening, you're obviously either hiring people who aren't good at their jobs,
or people are trying to sabotage you
because you're not good at your job.
You're not good at your job, and you probably mistreat your staff like crazy.
So now they're mistreating you. Not saying it's right, but something is happening behind the scenes that we are not aware of.
Correct.
That we can speculate, but we don't truly know about, because I've never, ever seen as many, since Tyra started hosting this season and last season, I have never seen as many flubs on Dancing with the Stars, technologically wise.
Right.
I mean, and, ABC has their moments. I watch Good Morning America in the morning. Sometimes the audio cuts out, or, slide at the bottom isn't in correlation with what they're talking about. Like, I understand accidents happen, but it is almost every single episode of Dancing with the Stars, which really leads me to believe that somebody is sabotaging her.
Yeah.
Or just everybody sucks at their job.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But who didn't suck at their job was Pasha and Lindsay choreographed that opening number.
Yes, that was
and I thought that was so fun. It was like a fun little, dance. I'm loving that we're getting the band back together.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is, like, I'm loving that they're doing these professional dances again. Because we didn't have any of that last season. Like, it was strict, like, you're in your own pod dancing, like, you're doing your own thing. Like, there was no coming together and dancing.
Yeah, there was nothing like that.
I'm really happy with those little dances because they're so good and I really enjoy them. And it's just fun to see the professionals dance too. It really puts into perspective of, like, I don't know,
how strong are the celebrities, and
right. It's like, oh wow, like I can see this person being a part of that dance.
Exactly.
Or oh wow, like they're doing well, but like, and I get mesmerized by them, but they're actually not that technically as great as these other people.
Exactly. So that opening dance was super fun. We started off with Amanda and Alan. Mm-hmm. They did a jive to Don't Stop Me Now. Len hated it. Len
so hard.
hated it.
It was fast. Like, and she kept up.
But I do agree that Carrie Ann said it was metronomic. Mm-hmm. And I do agree with that because, she's smiling, she's putting an attitude, she's hitting all the right steps, she's doing all the right footwork work, she has a beautiful posture, she has these beautiful long legs that she can do these beautiful kicks with. But it's almost robotic.
Yeah,
at this point. Like,
to me, I feel like I know what every single dance is going to look like. It's different from with Caitlyn in a sense, because Caitlyn was the same way. I knew what kind of dance I was going to get with Caitlyn every single time. Mm-hmm. But with Caitlyn, I never felt anything. Okay, Kitty.
Oh my God.
I never felt anything, like any emotion from her. Where with Amanda, like, I can see that she's having fun. I can see that she's giving emotion, but to me, it's just not the right emotion.
And that she's more than a two-dimensional person.
More than a two-dimensional person, but for some reason, like, I think it was Carrie Ann that said, she needs to surprise us. She hasn't been surprising us with her performances. Like, I need something like, oh, wow, you took it to a new level.
Yeah.
And we'll get to, like, that with, like, JoJo, but JoJo still does that for me.
Yeah.
Like, every time I see JoJo perform, I'm like, I know I'm going to get a good performance, but I'm still seeing something new and different, and she's growing every single time. Where, I don't know, I don't want Amanda to stop growing because I really love watching her perform, but if she doesn't give me more, then there's other people that I'm more excited to see.
I totally agree.
Because they grow each and every single time.
Yeah, I feel like, and well, here's another thing too, especially like going to school for theater and, you know, sort of growing up in like a little Broadway world, you know, is that people who are like musical theater, which she is, always get stuck into this, oh, well, you're a musical theater actor. You're not a real actor. You're a musical theater actor. And it's sort of this, like, little slap in the face, like, that you can't truly act. And right now, that's sort of what I'm getting from Amanda Klutz, is she can act, but it's a very, very musical theater acty. I need to see the actual drama and passion, and I don't want to say schmackty, because, like, if anybody's schmackty on the show, it was The Miz. Like, he is the definition of schmacked.
Yeah.
But, which worked for him and was fine until it wasn't anymore. But Amanda, she's not a two-dimensional person. I felt like Hannah Brown and Caitlyn Bristow were sort of two-dimensional people.
Right.
So I understood that they literally couldn't give more. They couldn't give more. But I don't feel like Amanda's like that, especially considering her recent history.
Right. And so she just needs to surprise us. She needs to break out a little bit more, because she can do the dances.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And she can do them beautifully.
And she can do them beautifully. So now she really needs to work on just, like, bringing a little something else out in her, because I need more.
Yeah, I need more. They got an 8.889.
Oh, yeah.
So pretty low scores for her.
Yeah.
Next was Olivia and Val with a quick step to Fat Bottom Girls. I fucking loved it. I thought it was the best dance of the night, probably.
Yeah, so good, so amazing. And that, if you listen to the music, that was a hard fucking dance to.
Yeah.
Not only was the dance hard, but the music itself to dance to was fucking hard.
Yep. Because there was no, like, there's no driving beat, really, in that song. There's like a constant bass, but there's not, it's all counting. At the end of the day, like, you have to be counting for your life in your head for that song. I loved the choreography. I loved her little outfit.
Yeah, she was so cute.
It was so cute. She didn't miss any footsteps. I don't know what the fuck Len was talking about when he gave her an 8, because she deserved straight 10s.
That was super weird. Len was being a little Lenny today. Kind of harsh.
He was being very harsh. He did not take his happy pills this week.
No. Yeah, I don't know. He's always kind of rough. He's sometimes hard on Val too, I feel like.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know, because it was super weird. It would be one thing if she got a 9. I was expecting, I was like, okay, Len's didn't take his happy pills. Like, she'll get 10, 9, 10, 10. But he gave an 8, and I was shooketh.
Yeah. Yeah, I was very, very confused with that. Very confused.
But she did great. And last week, she was in the bottom 2, or the week before? The week before, she was in the bottom 2. And, you know, she hasn't gone back, so, you know,
I think she's doing a great job.
Yeah, I think she's doing a great job, and hopefully people are voting for her because she dances, and, like, you know, her past is her past. I don't know. A commenter said a couple episodes ago that we were super harsh on Olivia.
Yeah. But I don't think we were being harsh on Olivia, because we've never judged Olivia based on her past with the college scandal and stuff, I don't think we've ever judged her.
No, we've only judged her on her dancing.
And her dancing wasn't up to par in the beginning. But now I can say that she's actually one of my favorite dancers, and I'm rooting for her to make it to the finals.
Right, I agree.
And I think that the dance she did last night was the best dance of the night.
Oh, I agree. It was so good. And hard. Like, not only was it, like, good, but it wasn't a simple dance. Which in my mind just gives you more points. Because it was just a lot.
Yeah.
Iman and Daniela went next to Another One Bites the Dust. They did a paso. I loved the choreo. He's so much fun to watch. He was definitely spotty at times.
He messed up the choreography.
He did, but I still love him. He's so fun to watch. Like, the paso just really isn't necessarily his strong suit, I would say, but I really want to see Iman get to the freestyle because I think his freestyle would be
amazing.
So fucking cool.
Yeah. Here's the thing with the paso to me for Iman is so vibey and chill and relaxed, and he's brought that to all of his dances. And you can sort of bring that to the Vietnamese waltz, and you can sort of bring that even almost to the jive. Like even in the freestyle or the relay, you know, he just had this like I think Derek said, like a swag. Like I wrote down in my notes, it was a hip hop jive. Like it worked. But for the paso, you have to have like a fire in you, and there's just no fire in Iman. Like that's just not who he is as a person. So I think that it was really hard for him to. Because you can't just, like, vibe out on the paso. You know? It's not a paso if you do that. So I think that was the problem with Iman, is it's just not the right dance for him. But with that being said, I think he still had fun. I liked watching him. I loved the backstory about his mom. I think he did a great job of incorporating himself into the dance. It just doesn't work for that dance. And I'm happy I'm going to see him next week, and I hope he makes it to the finals for freestyle because like you said, I already know his freestyle is probably going to be the best freestyle that we see.
Exactly. It's going to be so fucking good.
It's going to be so good.
I really, really am hoping. And, you know, it's so funny because I wrote off Iman. I was like, he'll be first to go. And now he's my fucking favorite.
I know.
And it's like, god damn, like, I need to not judge a book by its cover. I was like, he's a basketball player. He's going to suck.
Yeah.
And he's really fucking good.
Yeah.
And like Carrie Ann said, she was like, it's crazy because even though technically you're not the best dancer, there's something spiritual about watching you. She's like, you're bringing Dancing with the Stars into this new era of dance. And I agree with her on that. Like, Iman has brought something that I've never seen to Dancing with the Stars before.
I totally agree. It's like a humbleness, but a hard work ethic. And like, just like a swag. He brings a swag that I haven't really seen before on Dancing with the Stars to the dances. And to me, it doesn't even matter that they're not technically correct.
Because I love watching him dance, and I feel so much. Like, I can only imagine being the judges watching him live, because I can feel his energy through the TV screen.
So imagine what it feels like watching him live.
Like, I would love to watch him live.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not going to happen, but in my dreams.
For sure. He got a 9788. Once again, Len was really picky. But to be fair with Len, this wasn't technically his best dance, and Len usually judges
on technique.
Especially on technique, more than anything.
Yeah.
So, next was Jimmy and Emma. They did a Vietnamese waltz to Somebody to Love. It was good. I loved his suit. I thought it looked really great on him. The way her dress flowed was...
I love the way her dress flowed.
So pretty.
She looked so beautiful.
Yeah, the choreography was good. It was solid.
Okay, this is my one thing about Jimmy, and I really love Jimmy, and I wrote Jimmy off too, because simply because I've never heard of him before. I had no idea who he was, so I just wasn't rooting for him.
Yeah.
But he's become one of my favorites to watch too, even though still technically he's still not the best. He still kind of hunches a little bit, I feel.
Yeah.
But something that's a little distracting for me is he always is singing the songs when he's dancing, and I get it. He's a singer. He's a singer. Like, how could he not sing the songs?
Yeah.
And I know it's just a personal preference. I'm sure there's lots of people out there that don't mind that happens. To me, personally, it's a little distracting. But that's just, like I said, that's just a little nitpicky, like, personal preference thing that I have with him. But I love watching him dance. I think the choreo was fun. I think he Yeah. I think that's what I have to say to him. I do want to see him dance more. I'm excited to see him dance more. So
yeah, I mean,
it was down to the nitty gritty, and it's hard because we'll go over who we want to go home next. But he's definitely somebody I definitely want to see. I don't want him to go home on the double elimination next week.
Yeah, next week is a double elimination, people. So people got to get their ass in gear. And I wonder if next week there'll also be a
double dance,
like a double dance, or I mean, at this point they have to start getting to that because there's not as many contestants to fill the space,
and they need to start getting more points from the judges, so their scores, so the judges have more leeway onto their scores. And
exactly. So we'll see what happens. He got 2 9s, 2 10s, so it was good. Okay, I cannot deal with the pre-recorded band. It needs to stop. It needs to stop right away. We're going to go to a live view of the band. Why are you lying to us? Why are you lying to us? We know it's not live.
And then he's like, hey, looking good, Tyra.
It's like this. Hey, looking good, Tyra. And then it cuts back to Tyra. And I'm like,
Tyra wrote that script.
Oh my
She's
God.
like, I need somebody to tell me I look good. I'm going to have it be a pre-recorded. Smize with your eyes. Remember when she tried to make Smize a thing in the beginning?
God, it's never gonna be a thing.
Real fast. They shut that down real fast.
Oh my God, Smizing was not gonna happen.
Oh my God.
But moving on, Miz and Whit went next to Radio Gaga. They did a foxtrot. It was okay. He took the neck thing too seriously,
yeah.
And we even said that during the dance. Like I'm like while he was dancing, he was like, and I was like, is his neck ever going to move? Like, what is happening? And so I feel like the Miz, and we talked about this last night while we were watching, is the thing with the Miz is everybody learns in a different way, right? And some people can take a note and they can apply it, and then that's it, and it's perfect. But I feel like with the Miz, he's so go big or go home that they said you need to fix your neck. So you know what he did? He fixed his fucking neck, but to the point where now it's like, okay, well, now you gotta bring it back a little bit. So I feel like Miz is that type of person who, since he is so extreme, he needs a couple of chances to finally get it right.
Right.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, he did go home. I think it was his time. I mean, right now we're going to start getting into these more serious dances. We're going to learn a lot more about the contestants that are here, their packages.
With the Miz, you know what? I feel like he had a disservice done to him because for like 3 episodes in a row, his costumes are so elaborate to the point where I felt like
he had no choice but to be a character.
And I don't know. I just feel like all those like elaborate costumes did him a disservice because
Yeah, I totally agree because it didn't allow him to get out of that sort of schmacky, chumpy attitude. And then when it finally came down to Radio Gaga Foxtrot, which could have been this like beautiful, lovely foxtrot, I don't want to say he didn't take it seriously, but it was almost comical how seriously he took the note. So Derek said, it's not authentic. You know, and here's the problem with the Miz is he's so himself that you never really know who he is.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, he's such a character that I'm like, he can't just be this way. Like, this can't just be who the Miz is.
But it seems like that is who he is.
Exactly. So I don't know, like... But you know what? His dad said he already won in his eyes. I thought that was really, really sweet. So his dad and him seemed to have a really good energy. You know, it was his time to go. I enjoyed watching him, but if I had to pick the Miz out of the 3, you know, I don't even count Cody, but out of the 3 other guys that are remaining, like, it was time for the Miz to go home.
Yeah.
So
I'm sad, but
it was what it is. Next was Joe and Jen to a tango to body language, and it was sexy.
It was so good.
It was actually really fucking good. It was
so creative. They did this thing with their ponytails.
They were like this.
It was fucking awesome.
I was like, what is happening?
It was literally so creative. It was so unique.
Oh my God.
Jenna's choreography is always
she's so cool.
There. And then that's what we were saying, and that's what the judges said too, is like, and what we said in the beginning of this podcast is the fact that JoJo, even though she's such an amazing dancer, she still grows every single week in some sort of aspect.
Yeah. She really has. I mean, I would say out of all of the celebrities, she has grown the most. The celebrities that could already dance, I should say.
Yeah.
Because, like, Amanda Kloots came in with dance background. You know, JoJo obviously came in with dance background. Like, Suny came in with gymnastics background, which isn't the same as dance, but, like, bitch can move. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though, you know, I don't really
and you could
enjoy her dancing
that
much.
You know, which kind of creates this illusion.
But you have the flexibility. You already have things going for you. So I would say out of everybody that came, Mel C, you know, I mean, she went home. I think that was more of a Gleb issue than a Mel C issue. But, like, these people who could already dance, out of all of those people, Jo has grown the most.
Yeah.
And she's consistently gotten better. She's taken the notes. She seems fun. Jenna's choreography is awesome. So, yeah, I mean, it was fucking awesome. They said they wanted her to be more sexy. And guess what? She did a fucking sexy dance. It was really good.
Suny and Sasha, we will rock you.
But wait. They said it was very confusing. Yeah. It was very I was very confused because they said that JoJo and Jenna were going to be doing We Will Rock You. And then all of a sudden, it almost took me out of the dance for a second. I actually got to go back and watch because I'm like, this isn't We Will Rock You. I'm like, is this a version of We Will Rock You I've never heard before?
I was like, these aren't the lyrics. I was like, what is going on?
What is that?
Like, this is not We Will Rock You.
Like, gonna come in. Like, I'm like really confused. And then halfway through the dance, I was like, they fucked up. They said the wrong name of the song.
Because I heard that too. You and I both wrote down in our notes that JoJo and Jenna were
dancing
to We Will Rock You. And then both of us in the middle of the dance were like, this is not We Will Rock You.
What the fuck? So that was really fucking weird. Yeah, I don't know, but that was just whatever issue. Next was Suny and Sasha, who did do We Will Rock You in El Paso. Suny was in the bottom last time.
Yes.
She wasn't in the bottom this time.
No.
But
who was in the bottom last
week? Damn it, she's
got
just not there.
Who went home last week?
Last week, who went home last week? Fuck, I can't even remember.
It was Suny, but who was she in the bottom with?
She was in the bottom with... It wasn't Kenya. Kenya went home the week before. No, it was Kenya. Kenya went home for Horror Night.
Oh, yeah, because it was Kenya and Suny were like, well, she can't get sent home saved their third time.
Exactly. Yeah. It was Kenya. It just feels like Kenya's ancient history.
Yeah, been gone for a while.
But I know it was her because she talked about Devil's Night on Halloween, and we were like, what the fuck is Devil's Night? So, yeah, every single week it's like, that person's been gone forever.
So Suny, like, looked down at the ground. We didn't know she was sick, first off. Like, when she was doing her dance, we're like, she's looking down. Like,
she hasn't lifted her eyes once.
She's not really giving us, like, anything. She never gives us she never breaks out. I don't think she's ever going to break out.
No. I don't think it's in her nature.
I don't think it's in her nature. Maybe she's just too young. I don't know, but I just do not feel a breakout coming from her. But we're like, she's looking at the ground a lot. Like, what's going on? And then all of a sudden, when the dance is over, she literally runs off stage. And I'm like,
where's Suny?
What is happening?
Where'd she go?
And then they were like, Suny's having tummy issues. She's gonna go shit herself. Like, they didn't say that, but like,
Tyra implied it.
Yeah.
And then Sasha was like, no. She's going to go throw up. Good save, Sasha. Good save.
It was just fucking crazy. But, yeah, so I guess she wasn't feeling well. So
she did slip. She didn't hit the ending pose.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. There's a lot of spins. There's a lot going on. So, you know, you're probably feeling like you're going to throw up. I get it. But here's the thing, and we said this last night. If you were just wowing me and blowing me away, and then you did this dance, and then I found out you were sick, I'd be like, okay, that sucks. Like, she did a really good dance, but, it just fell short this week because she's sick. I'm not going to hold it against her. But to me, that dance was still the same dance that she's always given, even when she wasn't sick, which I guess is sort of impressive in itself. And it really sucks that she was sick, because maybe this could have been her breakthrough dance. Maybe this could have been, and you and I were hoping for it. We were like, oh my God, especially from their package, like, it looked like she was doing really good. So we were like, oh my God, maybe this is it. Maybe we'll finally like Suny's dancing. And then she just fell flat, and we learned that she was sick. So it's just a disservice, just like the COVID thing, which, by the way, I hate that everything has to be like, I'm sick, but not with COVID.
Oh, yeah,
I'm sick, but not with COVID. It's not with COVID, but I'm sick. Which makes no sense, because what if she did have a viral stomach bug? It's okay for her to dance now with a stomach bug and potentially give that to Sasha and potentially, give that to whatever. But God forbid you have COVID, you have to go quarantine for 1,000 days and jump through all these hoops. I mean, I'm not saying, I don't think that we should lock down and break down and freak out for every single illness, but I'm just sort of, the hypocrisy is there.
Right.
So, anyway, I hate that we have to, like, explain to people just when we're generally ill that it's not COVID. I think it's a little ridiculous, but those are the times, I guess. But yeah, to me, it's really tough to give her grace, even though I do feel really bad that she was ill, because she hasn't had any breakthrough dances yet. So it's like, it's just another week sort of lost for me.
Well, and it's just going to be freaking annoying if she ends up in the finals and she hasn't proven herself to me to be in the finals. Like, no. But I don't think she's going to make it.
No, I don't think she's going to make it to the finals. She's been in the bottom before. I
don't see it happening.
Yeah, and there's just people who are better than her. It's just, I don't think it's going to happen. She got 3 8s and 9, whatever.
Cody and Cheryl were next. They did You're My Best Friend, Foxtrot. I liked nothing about it.
I hated it.
I feel like everything between them is flat. I don't think they're a good team.
No, it was stumbly. His feet are flat. His hands are flat. His butt is out. I completely disagreed with Carrie. I don't think he showed any emotion. I do not think that was a good tribute to his friend. I think it was nice that he dedicated it to his friend, but I didn't feel like he was dancing for a dedication.
Right.
I didn't really particularly enjoy the choreography. It's not my favorite Queen song. It felt phoned in. It felt like they were just marking it.
Yeah, there was
nothing I liked about it.
It's crazy because I had such high hopes for Cody.
Yeah.
And, like, I think he was even in my top, like, we'll have to go back and look at our notes and see who we thought was going to be in the top 4.
Yeah.
Because, no, he's not doing it for me. And you know what? He's been back from this COVID,
for a couple weeks now. There's no excuse anymore.
For a couple weeks now. And I know he would be behind because of that, but he still isn't. He's not giving me what I need, and I don't think he's necessarily improving, and I think a lot of that has to do with Cheryl. I don't think Cheryl doesn't seem into it. Cheryl doesn't seem into the season.
I don't feel like Cheryl's ever been that great of a teacher.
Right. Like, maybe Cody could have been better if he was, like, with Sharna or Lindsay or even Whitney, or, like, somebody that I feel like is an actual good teacher and thrives off. I don't know.
Yeah, I've never felt like Cheryl was that great of an instructor. And her choreography is very hit or miss to me. And I don't feel like Cheryl's heart is in it this season. Like, something's going on with Cheryl this season, because it doesn't feel like she's 100% into it. Maybe she's still feeling ill from COVID. But even before she got COVID, week 3 or 2 or whatever it was, that first dance, I didn't feel like it had, like, that oomph to it. So I'm ready for Cody to go home.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, our friend did say that she heard a rumor that they were that it was rigged and they were trying to make Cody the winner. I don't know. I don't really see it. Do you see it?
No, I don't think. I mean, no,
only time will tell, but I don't know.
He's not going to win.
I think Dancing with the Stars fans would be off the walls.
Yeah, because he's different from Bobby Bones. Like, Bobby Bones won, and Bobby Bones wasn't a great dancer, but Bobby Bones had this heart.
Yeah.
It's like if Iman won. I would not even care if Iman won, because Iman is fun to watch. Bobby Bones was fun to watch. Bobby Bones gave me something every time he danced, even if he wasn't the perfect dancer.
Yeah.
It's not who's the best dancer on Dancing with the Stars. It's Dancing with the Stars and how you feel about it.
Exactly. I
know
totally
what I
agree.
mean? Like, I don't know.
And how far you've come and how you've progressed and what you're giving to it.
And that's what we're saying with this season. It's been so great because there's been so many people, just normal, regular people. Like, yeah, JoJo's a dancer, but the rest of these people that are still on here have pretty much, like, never had professional dance experience.
No. Sort of, but not really. Sort of, but... Well, he did, like, shows and stuff when he was younger. Not really. She has professional dance experience. She has professional dance experience.
Yeah, so it's like all these people, we really see them growing. And like we said with JoJo, even she's growing. Amanda's kind of flatlining a little bit, even though her dances are always beautiful.
She took her comments with a lot of grace, so I'm hoping that the next week she just wows us.
I agree. I think and I know she can do it. I think she can do it. Yeah, Cody and Cheryl just aren't doing it for me. And Melora and Artem did a foxtrot. I personally didn't really like it. It felt on the nose.
The choreography, they fucked up the choreography.
And she fucked up the choreography. I don't know, like, everybody else was kind of in these, like, rock and roll, like, you know, I don't know, like, outfits. And then she was dressed as a queen. I don't know. It kind of felt...
a little on the nose.
Yeah, it felt on the nose to me.
Yeah,
I didn't really like it. It wasn't my favorite dance.
Yeah.
She's a beautiful dancer, though. And I do like her. So...
I just didn't like this dance.
I just didn't like the dance, man.
I just didn't like this dance.
Yeah. But you know what? She's here for another week, so hopefully next week...
And I've liked her previously, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I don't think that was... It wasn't her fault. It was the dance. It was a song.
Yeah.
What song did they do?
I don't know. I didn't write it down. They did... What song did they do? Oh, guys, by the way, I was praying that Cody was going to dance to Bicycle.
Oh my gosh.
I thought it was such a missed opportunity. Bicycle. Wouldn't that have been amazing if he would have done like a really fun, like, I don't know. A foxtrot would have been cool, the Bicycle or Quick Step.
Yeah.
Something. Or a jazz or something. I mean, they already did jazz.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I thought that would have been I thought that was such a missed opportunity.
Yeah, that's true.
But whatever. So then we go into the relays.
I do love the relays.
Yeah, I love when they do the relays because you really get to compare them. The first relay was a drive to Crazy Little Thing. It was Iman, Miz, and Cody. I thought Iman deserved all the points. I thought he was definitely the best. Like we talked about before, he had that like hip-hop jive swag. It was really fucking cool. It was relaxed. I did like, though, that everybody sort of gave a different jive. You know, Miz's was very... Iman's was like the swaggy one. Mm-hmm. And Cody's was almost sort of like the proper one. And Miz's was like that fun, funky, like, you know, upbeat jive. Yeah. So, Iman got 2 points. Cody got 2 points. Miz got none. I thought Iman deserved all of the points.
I agree.
But... he stole the competition, so that's really all that matters to me.
And he hasn't been in the bottom 2 yet.
Exactly. So he must have a fan base somewhere.
Yeah, totally true. After that was Under Pressure, JoJo, Olivia, and Jimmy to a foxtrot. Mm-hmm. We thought Olivia should get all the points, and the judges did give her all the points. Yeah. She killed it.
Yeah.
Jimmy did really good. JoJo and Jenna, for some reason, didn't like their
it felt like they phoned it in. I honestly felt like they phoned it in. They were like, like, this is what it felt like to me. It felt like, oh, fuck, we forgot that we have to do the foxtrot. We put all of our energy in to our tango. So let's just do the exact same choreography, like the core body contact choreography that we did for our previous Foxtrot. Mm-hmm. It didn't feel imaginative. It felt solid, but it didn't feel overly rehearsed. It felt phoned in.
Yeah.
It felt phoned in to me.
I agree. Because, I don't know, I was a little disappointed in that. It literally did feel like, oh shit, we forgot about this second dance. Mm-hmm. Let's recycle a little bit. So, I don't know.
And Jimmy's didn't feel that way, but it also, because a lot of times with these relays, I mean, that's what they do, is they take choreography that they already did in their other dance and just apply it to whatever song and tweak whatever they need to tweak, which I get, because they are doing 2 dances, and you know, it is a lot of choreography to remember, and now these first dances are even longer, so it is a lot. Mm-hmm. But that's why I loved Olivia and Val's dances, because it didn't seem retired from their old Foxtrot, mm-hmm. and it had that Queen funk. I mean, they did the Running Man. It just had that, like, funky, like, a little offbeat, not offbeat dancing, mm-hmm. but that offbeat personality that Queen has. I felt like Val really choreographed the personality of Queen into their 30 seconds that they got for the Foxtrot.
I loved it.
So what more could you ask? I loved it.
Yeah.
I thought it was great.
I loved it. The last one was Amanda, Suny, Melora, Vini's Waltz to We Are the Champions. Mm-hmm. I thought Melora should get all of it.
Yeah, Melora was definitely the best,
but
I feel.
She only got 2, or did she get 3?
Melora got 2, Suny got 1, Amanda got 1.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, and then Carrie Ann was standing on the table. I'm like, what is happening? Ah!
Yeah, I personally, like, she loved the We Are the Champions Vini's Waltz.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, okay.
Was it that great? I mean, it was okay. But then Tyra's, like, asking Suny, like, how are you feeling? I'm like, don't make this poor girl talk. She's going to vomit all over you. What is wrong with you? No, seriously, when you are sick, the last thing you want to do is have the camera right here in your face and you're talking.
I don't think Suny understood the question, because Tyra was like, how are you feeling? And then Suny started talking about, like, working hard for the day. Like, it just felt like she wasn't answering the question at all, but she probably couldn't understand Tyra, because Tyra is hard to... she's a hard person to understand. She doesn't ask questions in a logical, you know, proper way.
Yeah. Okay.
So, that was all weird. But I would say that Under Pressure, Olivia was my favorite out of all 3.
I would totally agree. Out of all the relays, that was my favorite. Or Iman's Jive. Mm-hmm. That was really good too.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we get to Elimination.
I was expecting The Miz to be in the bottom.
I was JoJo. Too. But when JoJo, because it was between the very last one that they did was, there was 3 left, and it's in no particular order. And it was JoJo, it was The Miz, and it was, who was it? Was it Melora?
No, Cody. Wait.
Was it Cody?
JoJo and Cody. Right?
Was it JoJo and Cody? No, it wasn't Cody. I think it was Melora.
Was that Melora?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. Basically, they were all standing there, and I'm like, they're definitely going to call JoJo. And then they didn't call JoJo, and JoJo was in the bottom. And I was like, the second that JoJo was in the bottom, I knew that the judges were going to save JoJo. There was no way they were going to save The Miz over JoJo. Mm-hmm. And I do feel like if JoJo keeps being in the bottom, they're going to keep saving JoJo, because out of all of these people, JoJo's just technically a better dancer than pretty much any of them. I would say Amanda's probably technically better than JoJo, mm-hmm. but JoJo has progressed more and is a little bit more fun to watch than Amanda. But if JoJo keeps being in the bottom, they're just going to keep saving her anyway.
I agree.
So, unless JoJo, like, royally fucks up or something, but I just don't see that happening. She's a professional dancer.
Yeah.
So JoJo was saved. Obviously, The Miz went home. I don't know why JoJo was in the bottom. My theory is that people didn't vote for her just because they assumed there would be votes for her.
Yeah.
So
which
they're like,
we know has happened in the past because we do that.
I do that. It's like, well, I'm not going to vote for, even though I like JoJo, I'm not going to vote for JoJo because I'm going to put all my votes into Aman because I want Aman to stay. And, you know, since technically he's not the best dancer, maybe he won't get the best
or maybe he'll have lower judges scores, so he needs to depend on the fan base a little bit more. Because, like, we've done that. Like, I give all my votes to people that I think that other people probably won't vote for it, but everybody's voting for JoJo. But then it turns out everybody's thinking the same way. This has happened in the past with other people too. And then they get put in the bottom. And I think JoJo will be in the bottom this week, and people will be like, oh shit, we gotta start voting for her so she can so there's, quality dance, and I think she'll be fine. I would be surprised if she was in the bottom again.
Yeah. I really don't think, maybe it's rigged a little bit here and there, but I really choose not to believe that the entire process is rigged. Because I just don't want to. And I definitely don't want to believe that it's rigged for Cody. If it was rigged, for what reason? You know what I mean?
For Cody. For what reason?
Yeah, I don't know. I hope that's not rigged, and maybe that's just me, being naive, but I don't want to believe it's rigged because I do want to believe in the process, and I do want to believe that...
I feel like if it was rigged, they'd be trying to rig it for, Jimmy or Iman as, black men.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
They're not going to rig it for
a white boy.
Right. But I guess I just don't see it being rigged. I think at the end of the day, you get 10 votes per couple, per voting method, and that's the same thing that happened with fucking, what's his face? Green,
Brian
ugly, no. Salsa dance, green shirt. Sean
Spicer.
Sean Spicer. That's what happened with Sean Spicer is, we found out that he had all these fucking middle America people fucking voting for him on 5 different devices that they had, and 10 times. He was getting a lot of America's votes.
Yeah. Even though he was getting the lowest judges' scores.
Right. So, if it's rigged, it's because it has nothing to do with the show. It's everything to do with the American people. And, I vote from my phone.
Yeah.
If I really wanted to, I could vote from my computer and my phone and all this. I'm just going to vote from my phone.
Yeah.
And call it a goddamn day.
I agree.
You can vote on the website, then you can send in text, and you can vote from your computer or from a different email. Even Sean Spicer was set up multiple different email addresses and vote for me 1,000,000 times. Mm-hmm. So if anybody's rigging it,
it's the contestants themselves.
It's the contestants themselves and their fan base.
Yeah.
So
that's what it is. Next week is Janet Jackson night. I will say, I think Janet Jackson is one of those artists that I actually know a lot of her songs, but sitting right here, right now, I think she sings that song Opposites Attract. I think that's the best you're going to get from me. I really don't.
I know once I hear the songs, I'll know them. But
exactly.
I was never an avid Janet Jackson
fan.
Yeah,
so I'm interested.
Fan, but they're never
maybe it'll be
Michael
sort
Jackson,
of 80s themed ish. They did an 80s theme last year, which
but
was
it was a
okay,
bust.
but
I think.
Yeah, it wasn't that great.
Yeah,
but I will say that the themes have been a lot more solid this year. So, but the music wasn't good last year.
And the music's been good this year.
And the music's been good this year. And the costumes have been good this year. The costumes, the music, the set, nothing was good last year.
Everything
was just sort of a shitty season. But this season has actually really impressed me with the costumes, with the music choice, with the sets, with the scenery, with the themes. So, with the professionals and the dancers themselves. So, next week's Janet Jackson. There's a double elimination. I think that...
I want Suny and Cody to go home.
Who do I think is going to go home?
But if Suny and Cody go home, that's only 5 people. So then, and there's only,
only 3 more weeks left. So double elimination, and then single elimination, and then there's a top 4.
Okay, but I don't want Iman. I want Iman to be in the finals.
Yeah, so that means that Laura has to go home.
I need Cody and Suny to go home next week, and then the week after that, I need...
Amanda or Melora
to go home. And then I need JoJo, I need Jimmy, I need Olivia, and Iman in the finals. And then who wins?
I don't care who wins.
Give a shit as long as I get to see them do all of the dances.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't... Exactly.
And they get paid the same. If you make it to the final, everybody gets paid the same.
Yeah.
If you win, the mirror ball is your only extra...
trophy. Yeah.
But, winners get, $250,000 or some shit like that. If you make it to the finals. You made your money.
Exactly. So, yeah, I'm really excited. let you know what's happening next week on the Janet Jackson week. If you like what you see, make sure you share, you like, you subscribe, and follow us on Thursday mornings for our Eggs and Bakey sing-along. This month for November, we're actually doing spooky nursery rhymes. So make sure you watch that, and
we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Twin talk, twin talk.